What's going on, guys? You're another epic video. Today, guys, we're going to be breaking down the best cards, in my opinion, you should pick up in order to play and counter against Kashtira. This is definitely a good channel you should consider checking out. I've been playing Kashtira for over 6 months, mixed mostly with the Scareclaw, but I've been playing them kind of by themselves as well, so I've got definitely versed in the deck experience. I'll show here the little clip that I've done here recently with Scareclaw Kashtira, post photonhypernova, using the cards, some of the cards we're going to talk about countering this video, so definitely consider checking out that video and or the channel if you're more interested in more Scareclaw or Kashtira stuff. With that being said, guys, we'll go ahead and dive in. So now the card we're mostly going to be talking about countering is the Shangri-La. So this one's the card here, guys, where my mouse is at. This is going to be blocking all of your zones. So we're going to be talking about countering that in today's video. The main one is Book of the Eclipse. This is the pretty much personal, everyone's kind of favorite, mine kind of still as well. The only downside with this card, right, it is ashable, so they can use ash to negate it. So make sure you are, running call by to stop that. So we want to make sure you're running that because that can happen. Sometimes they do play two, so Book of the Moon may not be the best option. So that's why I also added in here the Book of the Lunar Eclipse. Depending on what you want to go for, right? If you're fine with the discarding a card and flipping two cards face down, maybe both Shangri-La, or maybe it's just the Shangri-La and like their Fenrir or their Unicorn. Another card you guys can use is Swords of Concealing Light. What this would do is flip all of their cards face down, so you get all of the benefits of like the Book of the Eclipse we were talking about just a moment ago. Instead, you don't have to worry about this one being ash since there's no draw ability here. They won't be able to ash this one. Just all their cards will flip face down. It does get destroyed during your second standby phase, but you really don't care about that, right? All you do is care about your cards being able to. And I'll pull up where you guys can read the effect, right? Where you can basically just flip all their stuff face down, go full combo. Only Match is another good card. The only downside is, right, you can't go battle phase, but this will banish everything face down, so they can't use the Kashtira effects to keep recycling them from remove from play because they're banished face down, so they won't be able to bring them back with cards like Birth and things like that to continue to recycle them, for example. So, Chaos Hunter, right, just completely shut them down. They can't banish cards completely at all. They still be to do some combo plays, so kind of keep that in mind. They could go for the level 7 monster and just kind of take control of your Chaos Hunter and then go rest of combo. So it could slow them down a little bit. They could potentially combo through this, so keep that in mind. Lancea is not too bad. The only downside, you can only use it during your opponent's turn, so just kind of keep that in mind. Called by the Grave, like we talked about, this is mostly going to be to stop like their Ash Blossom, usually things like that. Dimensional Barrier, right, if you're playing more of a going first deck, Dimensional Barrier could be a good card to consider to keep them from going for Exceed play, since they mostly play Exceeds. The only option they would have, usually for most people going into, would be like the Blackluster Soldier, bringing him out, which he could be a pretty good pain. So you may want to consider playing, if you think that's a problem, maybe Spellbound, so that'll keep blocking them out from everything. They can't use it for Exceeds or anything, including Link monsters as well. It basically would just shut them down for the full turn. So Spellbound may actually see some play in the upcoming format here in February. Nibiru, guys, definitely consider picking up if. You're also going to be seeing this card played in the format. Kashtira summons way more than 5. Here I do see him played in the format, so I'd consider picking that up if you do want to run Nibiru to counter Kashtira and other decks as well that we'll see running around that time. Spellbound, I think, is another one of my personal favorites that I thought I'd mention that I don't think too many people will probably end up running. But you can use this to counter cards like their book of cards. So like, let's say you're going second. So what you would do is you would play Spellbound first. You would declare Book of the Eclipse, Book of the Moon, Book of the Lunar Eclipse. More than likely, we could just declare Book of the Eclipse. So this way they can't play, especially once you're going into game 2, right? You know what your opponent is playing, what board to counter. So it's a lot easier for you to, what to counter for the Spellbound. Or if you're like me, like I mentioned earlier, then Nibiru is going to be played. So I play Scareclaw, for example, and Kashtira as well. So Nibiru is going to be more than likely played, so it's a good chance of me. I'll probably end up running, probably 2 or 3 copies of Spellbound, or at least siding it. So that way when I run against one that's playing Nibiru or like Book of the Eclipse, I can just go ahead and play this and declare the card at the start of my turn before I start any of my combo, and now they can't activate either one of them for the rest of the turn. We'll see if Crossout will get some play, guys. This would be a really good card, really actually for Kashtira themselves to play, because right, they'll have more than likely the Ash in their deck, the call by, the Kashtira cards themselves, maybe even Nibiru if they want to run Nibiru. So this would be really good and really Kashtira in February to counter Kashtira itself, and other people trying to counter Kashtira. Kashtira. So that'd be interesting to see if this may get some play finally. Of course, or the like Lava Golem. If you play like me, like Scareclaw, or like yet again Kashtira as well, Lava Golem is a very good card you may want to consider main decking or side decking, depending on the type of strategy you're going for. Because if you can just special something like crazy, like you can with Scareclaw and Kashtira, you can just main deck or side deck Lava Golem and get rid of both their Shangri-La, or the Shangri-La and Fenrir or Unicorn, whatever they have on the board, and then, or if they have double Shangri-La, use this, get rid of both Shangri-La, and then just go go full combo like you normally would, and just special summon your just get your card special summon and swarm the field. Or you may want to consider playing Kaijus. Kaijus could out them as well. I thought I would make sure I go over them as well. So remember, when in doubt, Kaiju works because it also works against Flunder, so you'll be able to use it against Flunder as well too. But that'll do it for this one, guys. Let me know down below what you thought about the video. Let me know what other stuff you would like me to talk about as far as Kashtira and how to counter it. Upcoming, or if there's any other decks that you're worried about how to play against or counter, let me know down below in the comments, and we'll see about doing some tutorial and tips breaks down. But that'll be it, guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I appreciate love and support, and I'll see you in the next one.